Filterbaby says their shower filter can tackle a pretty long list of contaminants from chlorine and chloramine to hard minerals, lead, and even microorganisms. It's also positioned as a more premium option in this category with a metal housing and a price tag to match. So I wanted to see whether the real world data actually backed that up. I bought the Filterbaby Pro Shower Filter and put it through our same battery of tests to see how it performed with key shower filter contaminants like DBPs, chlorine, and water hardness. At the time of this review, the Filterbaby Pro costs $139 up front, which puts it on the higher end for a shower filter. Replacement filters are reasonable, which is typical for these types of filters. Based on the manufacturer's replacement schedule and filter replacement cost of $49, I calculated an ongoing filter replacement cost of 3.4 cents per gallon. This works out to roughly $196 per year in ongoing filter cartridge costs. The Filterbaby Pro is an inline shower filter, which means it installs between your shower arm and your existing shower head. That's ideal if you already like your current shower head and you don't want to replace it just to add filtration. The trade-off is that, like most inline filters, it extends the shower head down a bit. So if your shower height is already limited or you are tall, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Build quality is one of the things that sets this one apart. Unlike the many plastic-bodied shower filters on the market, Filterbaby uses a solid metal housing that is noticeably sturdier. The cartridge was also obviously designed and developed specifically by the brand, rather than the obvious private label filters I see so often in this category. There are definitely a few things I liked about the Filterbaby Pro. First, it did a legitimately good job reducing chlorine in our testing, which is more than I can say for a surprising number of shower filters I've reviewed. Second, the metal construction gives it a more durable, premium feel than the usual flimsy plastic alternatives. Third, it maintained a strong flow rate and didn't noticeably hurt the shower experience. And finally, installation and cartridge replacement were both simple. The biggest downside is that it didn't do much for disinfection byproducts or water hardness, which I'll show you in the lab results section in just a sec. It was also not performance certified at the time of testing, though the brand has communicated with me that official performance certification is currently in progress. When and if it achieves certification, I'll make sure to update the written review on my website, which I'll link in the description. So make sure to keep your eye on that if you're interested. Now, when I test shower filters, I don't evaluate them the same way I evaluate drinking water filters. For shower water, I'm primarily concerned with the contaminants that matter most through inhalation and skin exposure. That means disinfection byproducts are the main priority because they're volatile and can be inhaled in shower vapor as well as absorbed through the skin. I also look at chlorine and water hardness because both of these can cause hair and skin irritation and exacerbate existing issues like eczema. In our shower filter scoring system, DBPs carry the most weight at 50% of the contaminant reduction score, disinfectant residual is 35%, and hardness 15%. For this test, we took a baseline sample from our existing shower head first. Then we installed the Filterbaby Pro, flushed it for about a minute and a half, ran our flow rate and chlorine testing, and finally collected the post-filtration lab sample. Like the rest of our shower filter testing, this was done with cold water to reduce volatility variance from DBPs and keep conditions as consistent as possible. 3 disinfection byproducts were detected in our unfiltered water. Bromoform at 8.24 parts per billion, bromodichloromethane at 2.12 ppb, and dibromochloromethane at 4.67 ppb. After filtration, bromoform actually dropped to non-detect, and dibromochloromethane dropped by about 25% to 3.5 ppb. But bromodichloromethane increased by 292% to 8.32 ppb, and chloroform appeared at 20.6 ppb, where it was absent in the unfiltered test. That kind of mixed result does not suggest real, consistent DBP reduction. More likely, it represents fluctuations in the source water. If the filter were sufficiently removing these contaminants, I'd expect to see them all lower, not some lower, some higher. Of course, we need another round of testing to confirm and verify this hypothesis, but as of now, these data indicate that the filter did not demonstrate meaningful dBp reduction. Now, if you like seeing shower filters put to the test, give this video a like and let me know in the comments which product I should test next. The results were much better for chlorine, where 1.68 parts per million were detected in the baseline water. After filtration through the Filterbaby, chlorine dropped to 0.23 ppm, which works out to just over an 86% reduction. That's a strong result, and honestly, one of the better we've seen among the shower filters we've recently tested. Hardness was the exact opposite story. Our baseline water was very hard at 250 ppm, and after filtration, it measured just over 251 ppm. This change was most likely driven by a slight increase in calcium by 0.5 ppm, while magnesium concentrations remained the same. Again, I don't think the filter itself necessarily added hardness, but this result shows us that the filter can't soften hard water, despite the claims made about removing hard minerals on their website. And honestly, this wasn't surprising because most shower filters can't actually remove the minerals like calcium and magnesium that primarily contribute to hard water. Now let's look at how the Filterbaby Pro performed in our scoring system and how it ended up with an overall score of 7.71. It scored 6.63 for contaminant reduction. The filter's poor performance with dBPs, hardness, and lack of certification dragged the overall contaminant reduction score down. The Filterbaby earned a perfect 10 for filtration rate. It averaged 1.63 gallons per minute, retaining about 94% of our baseline flow, so it delivered good pressure without hurting the shower experience. It scored 8.1 for design. The metal housing feels sturdier and more premium than most plastic competitors, but the lack of a material safety certification kept it from scoring higher. Setup came in at 9. Installation was quick and straightforward, and we had no compatibility issues. We noted 3 potential leak points, but didn't experience any leaks in our test. It got a high 9.5 for maintenance. There's just one cartridge to replace, the process is simple, and ongoing cost is low at 3.4 cents per gallon. Filterbaby achieved an 8 for their company policies. Free shipping on orders over $28.99 is a plus, but the return policy includes fees, and you only get the lifetime warranty if you're subscribed to their filter replacement subscription. So at the end of the day, the Filterbaby Pro looks and feels more premium than most shower filters, and to its credit, it did a pretty good job reducing chlorine. The metal build quality and overall design is a lot better than average. Flow retention was excellent, and it was easy to install and maintain. But when I test a shower filter, the first thing I care about is whether it makes a meaningful difference to shower water quality. And in this case, the Filterbaby unfortunately just didn't do enough where it matters most. It didn't show conclusive reduction of disinfection byproducts, it did nothing for hardness, and it currently lacks third-party performance certification. If you want to see the best performing shower filters I've tested so far, or learn how to actually soften hard water for just one shower, stick around and watch the next videos coming up right now. Click or tap to keep watching.